Welcome to my new quest on the great Egg-spectations. First off, if you are an iron player, you will need biscuits, which does require a pot of flour and a bucket of milk, so make your way to Lumbridge. Go to the cow pen found east, pick up the bucket, and then you can milk the cow. This is just in case players do not have completed or started Recipe for Disaster, as it does give you a lot of extra elite clue spot dig locations, in which case, if you're going for clues for an essence and finality, you really want it to do as least amount of quest as possible. Once you have gotten that bucket of milk, go to the farm nearby and we'll be making a pat of butter. Once that is done, just use the butter on the pot of flour and you should get a biscuit dough, which does require partial completion of the quest Chef's Assistance. So it is pretty much quest locked in a sense, which I have found very, very interesting. But anyway, go to your magic spellbook and you will be clicking on the new teleport icon. From here, speak to Bunny. This will be the Easter Bunny saying pretty much hit option 1, and the required items will be 2 planks of any type, 1 grape, 1 nut, a banana, and also it does help to have a ring of dueling, along with runes to both Lumbridge, Falador, several times. So once you are there, head south. Keep going south, go east a little bit over the bridge, and then continue going south as we want to find Coco Bunny. The Easter Bunny did take a little bit of a nap. He figured, oh, okay, I'll just sleep for about 9 months or so, in which case a year passed, and then another year, and then several years, in which case, well, one, that's a pretty good nap in my opinion. I wish I could have that type of sleep. Speak to the bunny, and she has a new idea with the help of Stewie, Gooey, and Chewy, who I believe are the nieces. So it's like, corporate espionage, in which case she'll want to infiltrate some people, learn their secrets. Teleport to Falador. Make your way north outside the city and we'll be heading to the Dwarven mines. Do ignore the game loading a little bit slow on my part as I was running a lot of different tabs open and stuff, since I like to record, have 2-3 different accounts on at once, and I am also watching the game. So climb down the ladder once you are here. And we will be going to the very first area, which is just east. It should highlight once you get close enough, in which case we will be watching the Rocky Road recipe, in which case one of the dwarf is like jokingly, oh, I need some bronze, iron, and luminite dust powder for this chocolate, in which case he's like, oh, no, I was just kidding. What we actually want is biscuits and marshmallows. And then we'll see the dwarf throw them in nicely. And it's like, marshmallows, that's actually pretty good now that I think about it, since they're pretty much gooey and chewy, so that's pretty nice. Once that is done, we will want to teleport to Port Sarum. If you do not have the pot of flour directly south of the lodestone, you are able to purchase from the NPC. I believe it's about 5 coins. Now, we'll want to board the boat and go to Karamja. From here is the other item. You can go a little bit more west and you'll be able to pick up 1 banana. Now go into the hut and it will have another cutscene. For here, it will be Banoffee, which is banana and either toffee or coffee, which I'm hoping is toffee. Now the secret ingredient for this would be caramel and a banana. in which case the player will need to have a sliced banana, in which case you can get that from picking the bananas to the west, carefully right-clicking the banana and hit slice. Make sure to not eat the banana, in which case you may need multiple. So just make sure. Now, if you do have a ring of dueling, you'll actually want to teleport to the Het's Oasis. But since this is learner friendly for free to play, we do not have access to the Ring of Dueling. Instead, you will want to go to the Alcrad Lodestone and make our way north. This will be the second location. So again, if you're a member, you're able to teleport right here. If not, you'll just need to manually run. Go east of the mining area, and we'll be going to the little herb patch in a sense. Now, once you are here, you want to actually go all the way in the hut to the northeast. This recipe will be the fruit and nut chocolate, which sounds exactly how it is, except you'll be wondering why we needed those grapes. That's because we will need to dry them, although instead of getting raisins, it will be dried fruit. So, the chefs who are making it this time, he is playing around with nuts, which is a bit odd as he does have a nut allergy, so it's kind of weird that the chef is cooking and playing around with some type of recipe for his own allergy. So that is like very weird. But anyway, the other NPC did run out to the south, in which case he's like, okay, I'll get you these grapes, in which case I dried them. Say, okay, that's the recipe. From here, hit option 1, 2, and 3. He will tell you how to make each special item like marshmallows, the dried nut, and the caramel. So from here, go south and you want to click on the clothesline and you should get a little black screen, in which case boop, your grape has turned into the dried fruit. So make your way back to the Bunny Island. Head west into the chocolate factory and you'll want to go and click on right here the sugar stacks, which is needed for the caramel. So once you have picked up that and you're only able to claim one, I try getting a full inventory, in which case we will be heading to the bunny house again, pretty much where we did start the quest. There will be a range, in which case we will be using our biscuit dough, if you have that, and the sugar cubes, in which case we are able to melt that nicely into the range that is provided. And hopefully you do not burn the biscuits, as you are actually able to. So it would be a little bit awkward if you did burn them. Oh, thank goodness, it did not burn. Okay, now use a sugar cube on it, and you will now have a bottle of caramel. Head south, and we will be speaking to the Easter Bunny. Go through a bit of the dialogue and hit option 1, in which case, we brought everything and the ingredients, speaking to people about the marshmallows, the dried nuts, the dried fruit, which are not raisins and stuff. He's like, okay. Now, teleport back just to save a little bit of running, in which case we will be heading into the factory again. Enter, and we will be clicking on the very bottom of the 3 activity little machines we are able to interact with. So ignore skipping the 3 bunnies who are again Stewie, Chewy, and Gooey. And you'll want to click on this little stand where you will see a ton of people. So very first, click on the first south one, in which case it does not matter. You'll have a little bar over your head, in which case then you'll want to go to the middle one, which is just north a couple of tiles. You'll get some progress bars for all 3 of the locations. However, For the third one, you will get an option, in which case it will not matter what color you do choose. It just depends if you want a little bit of extra dialogue, as pink is Chewy's favorite color, since it's like aluminum foil in a sense to make candies more presentable for the Easter Bunny when we do give it to him, and of course when he does hand them out to all the people on Gillinor. So it will be pretty interesting. Now that you have all the items, teleport back. This is just to save a couple of seconds. So again, we'll be making our way to the Easter Bunny. Now that we have all 3 chocolate samples that we did steal the recipe for, the Easter Bunny will be like, wow, I have a lot of variety this year. But he would like people to taste them instead of he mass producing it. And he's like, turns out no one likes prune cookies. So we are going to get a little bit of sample for the village Lumbridge, which is often pretty popular, although they got rid of the Lumbridge crater events. So make your way to Lumbridge any means necessary. So you can either teleport to the lodestone and or just do the Lumbridge teleport spell. You should see a little building hotspot directly north of the bank. Although there is a little bit of a glitch, and that is if someone is actually thieving from these stalls, you'll get this item to be kind of flickering back and forth, in which case it will be very hard to be able to build that hotspot. But after this, you should get a nice cutscene, in which case Goku, yep, that's right, Goku, will attempt to taste the caramel. He's like, it's pretty good and stuff. So it is very nice that they were able to do this reference, as the creator of Dragon Ball has passed away. I believe it was March 1st. But anyway, you should get a chat box, in which case you're able to choose, and at the very top of the chat box it will say, this character will want more chocolate. This character will want bananas. This character found that the juicy fruit was too juicy, in which case you want to put and give him less juice. I'm not really sure what will happen if you give him the wrong one. It's just a little bit easier to, okay, you can easily tell what NPC, although there is one person, so there will be a total of 5 people. One person will be like, give me the dried fruit. And he's like, you know what? I did not like fruit. So that's on him. In which case our satisfaction is a whopping 80%. This NPC right here was like, what? You can do banana and chocolates? Who would have thought that? Once the 5th person has sampled it, you'll resume back where you are, and as a little fun fact, they have added Goku, which you are able to right-click the man, so he'll be here permanently. But anyway, on to the quest. Teleport back, and we'll be making our way to the Easter Bunny to complete the quest. This quest does give a cooking XP lamp for whatever reason, so maybe there's some one cooking builds with one cooking. I'm not really sure how exactly that works and why. I just know it's more beneficial if it's a combat type of lamp, in which case skillers do not want this. But for cooking, I'm not really sure. Maybe there's like a requirement of 10 cooking, so you're not able to skip the low levels right away. And then after this quest, you will get 2,000 spring tokens. To be able to use these tokens, you want to go right here, and we'll be wanting to right click trade, in which case you're able to see the current legacy items that you want and or missed. And since this is an iron account, I missed pretty much every single thing. Thank you all so much for watching this and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment down below any video suggestions or questions you have, and I will try to answer them. And enjoy the rest of your day.